From Michael Burgess, a Denton County conservative. It's good to see you, and thanks for coming in feeling a little under the weather here today.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for having me on.
Could you support increased border protection without a physical wall down there?
Well, look, we passed a bill in 2006, the Secure Fence Act, that provided secure fencing for 700 miles of the Texas-Mexico border. So it's been there for a while. We do need to fund more of it. Now, in the funding bill we just passed the House, we did fund some components of the border wall. Look, this is an ongoing problem. The security is the #1 issue. As we learned with President Obama, he provided DACA, and the next thing you know, we had 100,000 unaccompanied minors coming across the border in 2014.
And you and I have spoken down there on the border about that, but as far as a wall goes, the president wants a wall across the 2,000-mile stretch from California to Brownsville. Would you want to see, could you support legislation that would not include that?
Look, we need security on the border, and that's been my position really since we first talked about this many years ago. And I say the good news with Donald Trump is, and I have been back down to some of those same places we were in 2014, it's like a ghost town. There are not the people coming across because the tone has changed in this country from the White House that we will enforce our border. Do not come to the border if you do not have a reason to come across, because you cannot come across illegally. You will be sent home. That's been an important message that has been received not just in Mexico but in the Honduras and El Salvador and Guatemala. Correct.
The president rescinded DACA. Now he says he wants to keep Dreamers. Is he sending mixed messages?
Look, when talking about this back in 2005, the #1 thing is let's stop putting more people in this predicament. And had we passed the bill in 2005 that I voted for, I took a lot of criticism because it was viewed as being too harsh.
Which bill was that?
Oh, this was the Sensenbrenner bill that was in the House of Representatives. The Senate never could get its act together to get something similar done. But let's stop putting people in this predicament. Security of the border will go a long way towards solving that problem. Yes, then deal with the people who are caught in the conundrum, and they may need to be dealt with on an individual basis. I don't think you do that with an executive order, as President Obama did, but let's stop the problem from getting worse.
I want to shift off to some success in D.C. You guys passed, and you guys, the Congress rather, passed a bill for the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. Two things we mentioned beforehand here, too. One thing it does is kind of increases the amount of private money that goes into public-private partnership. But secondly, it shortens the amount for clinical trials.
Well, it works on the aspect of clinical trials, and that's one of the things, really, for a couple of years Congress has been working on. How do we reduce the time and the dollars that it takes to bring things to market? And the FDA now has additional tools to use to condense the time for clinical trials, to perhaps evaluate other data, post-market data that is available and readily available. So the FDA have new tools to be able to help bring things along at a more reasonable pace. Right now, it's over $1 billion and 14 years to bring a new product to market. That is too long. A lot of people, there's your death panel. I mean, people die waiting for things to be approved.
14 years, that's incredible. Congressman Michael Burgess, hope you feel better. Thanks for coming in.